to celebrate the winners of the BrandLaureate Awards. BrandLaureate Awards.
Wow, hello, Miss Sara. Very lovely to have you today. So, hello everyone. Welcome to the BrandLaureate podcast and the BrandLaureate social media. Today we are joined here by the very lovely Miss Sara Ismail, the head of PR, marketing, and communication of Silverlake Axis Malaysia. Let's welcome her.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you so much for coming. Well, Miss Sara, I know you've been in Silverlake Axis for the past 10 years, right? So I'd like to dive into that.
Okay, sure.
Well, we all know that you've successfully launched Silverlake Axis Customer Connect 2023 in Langkawi, also directed several executive launch roundtable campaigns, not just locally, but also internationally. So, and many other initiatives that you have done in the past 10 years. So could you share with us, how do you kickstart the projects and how do you ensure a successful campaign launch?
Well, just like any other projects, we actually focus on the objectives and outcomes. So once we got that sorted, then we'll only kickstart the project plan. Next, after we have defined our goals and objectives, then we start to do research, like really thorough research on market landscapes, and we also socialize with our an analyst as well as external analysts to see the market trends and find out from there. From there, we will actually determine and formulate our conference theme, agenda, then speaker selections.
Wow, I love it. So in a whole picture is first how you kickstart together with a team and then research about it and then launch the whole campaign.
But that's not all. After the launching, we do need to engage because there's just so many stakeholders involved. So we need to continuously engage with them and update on progress and see, there's a timeline and we just need to do milestone check and do, we do run-throughs, we do rehearsals again and again to make sure that we get everything right, because something could go wrong. So we need to predict what can go wrong and what might go wrong. So yeah, we'll just work it from there. So in essence, I would say it all is planning, attention to detail, also to engage all your stakeholders to make sure everyone's on the same page.
Wow, I love it. Well, you talk about everyone on the same page, right? That means it requires communication.
Yes.
Right. And when I was reading through what you do, you also emphasize a lot on communication, effective communication, right?
Definitely. Effective communication. Well, the thing is, whenever I send emails out, it's like really important. Yeah. You send them email out, then you call them like, did you get my email? Yes. Great. Did you read my email? Okay, not yet. Okay, let's do that first. Then if you have any questions at all, just call me.
Wow, I love it. Like your follow-up. That is, I feel like your communication going from sending out through following up into getting
because I think together. We are just a phone call away, right? We can't just take things for granted.
Great tip. I love that. And let's talk a little bit more also on this question, emphasizing on communication. So you're talking about fostering a culture of open communication and collaboration within teams. So can you share some of the practical strategies or tips that some of our listeners who may be looking to create a similar culture within their organization or within their own team?
Well, open communication, yes, is important. And sometimes when you communicate, it doesn't mean that they get it. It could be interpreted in many different ways, correct? Okay. So again, we communicate on their goals and expectations. you probably need to have open discussions on the clarity of your roles and responsibilities, so that everyone is like really clear. And for my team, we are a really lean team. So in the sense that we promote cross-functional collaboration. And my team, we always, we are not technical, but we do, being a software company, we do need to promote our, so we have to communicate with other teams to ensure that everyone's aligned, everyone has different inputs, and we find that when we collaborate, it nurtures innovation and creativity.
Wow.
Because sometimes when you see it from a different perspective, then you say, oh, right. And also, being a global company, we have offices in different territories,
Right.
different countries, and they do things differently.
Right.
So when we collaborate, we start learning from each other, and I think that's a good way to, to grow.
I totally agree. I love what you shared about from talking about having a lean team, having collaborating and learning from each other to create an even more impactful content, or to share the content out
Yes.
with not just the company but also the market itself.
Yes, because sometimes, the technical team, they speak technical language. So we need to reinterpret that to what people, laymen, can understand,
Yes,
right?
I totally understand. How do we actually understand the content from tech perspective, right? We know that tech is very important,
Yeah.
but we also need to know why is it important. And I believe your role in creating the contents would definitely help us understand the importance of it. So talk about that a little bit. How do you, like, from a tech team, right? And then you have your team that creates the content. What is the element that's important that they the mindset that they have, so that they can bring it in a way that layman people can understand what they're trying to talk to the public?
None of my team is like technical, but in a way, we do try to understand, instead of like a Ferrari. Oh, in our sense, it's like servers, this whatever. Nobody wants to know like the Ferrari engine, right? Okay. You tell we have like 6 horsepower, but what does that mean? 6 horsepower, 8 horsepower for a layman.
Yeah,
No,
totally.
it doesn't mean anything to us. But if you say, okay, 6 horsepower, you can go from here to here within like 5 seconds. 0 to
That makes so much
sense. That makes more sense. So we try to understand by focusing on the benefits. The benefits that the customers get. Oh, you reduce the time. I get it. So we create the point. You see.
Wow, that's amazing. Talking about the branding, not just the product itself, but also the features, the benefits of
the
it.
benefits is crucial.
Hating the PR, marketing, communication. So what's the advice that you would give in terms of for leaders, for team to overcome barriers in effective communication?
I think most of the companies these days, they work in silos. So there's so many barriers, departmental barriers and all that. And I believe when you collaborate and you get to know other people other than your team, bigger than your department, different countries, I think the collaboration, you build that relationship, you build the rapport. So you start to understand each other and how you work, and it brings so much more.
Yep.
Yeah, you start breaking down those barriers. which is why I understand during the pandemic, everyone's like on Teams, on Zoom.
Yes.
Yes, it is effective, but only to an extent. You don't build that rapport, yeah, which I think is really important in communication as well. You need to build that relationship.
I love what you say, breaking down the silos, mindset, and mentality,
Yeah.
not just working alone, but effectively together as a team. Is there any other more elements that potentially our readers, potentially our listeners could look into to overcome barriers, or some of them that are facing this situation right now, how to overcome barriers in terms of effective communication within the team, especially we know that communication is important in banking, IT, in any industries.
First of all, I think the company needs to set up a really good communication platform. And once this communication platform is set up, they need to communicate that, we have this platform for this engagement. We have tools provided, maybe like project management tools or portals that you can update, and please do that, or different tools that will actually help the company, right, to communicate the emails, Teams, and whatever. Infrastructure should be there.
Okay.
Then you need to communicate the infrastructure, and then you need to tell them how to use it, right? The infrastructure properly. Don't spam people and all that. And also, when you have communication challenges, I think you also need to identify what the specific communication challenges that you have. It could range from cultural differences. It could be language barriers, or even for us specifically is time zones, because we have global offices, like I said earlier, in Thailand, Philippines, in Indonesia, Middle East, Europe. So if we want to have like a really aligned meeting with management, you really need to tell them and take into consideration, like, let's make it like a good hour for all officers to actually get on the call.
Nice.
Maybe schedule it in the afternoon so that it's not like at 3 a.m. somewhere else. Yeah? Yeah.
That is very effective.
Yeah.
I love what you mentioned. And I love how you paint the picture for us from starting having the infrastructure, the system, and then sharing that system out, not just in your team, but also in your international team.
Yes.
Which I feel like it's a hard work and a lot of hard work that you have to put into in your team.
Not just my team, but we also work with our people and organization, HR mainly, because they also need to communicate that, we have this platform, we have this email for whatever, whether it's whistleblowers, whether it's, all these things. We have communication channels for that specifically. So we also need to ensure that all this is communicated. Else, where where do they go?
That's
Nobody
true.
knows. You may have all this infrastructure, but if it's not communicated, then it's just not used.
Wow, I love it. And with this effective communication, I believe it also creates a safe space for everyone that's working in the community.
So that safe space, I think, is really important. And they need to know that, our company actually provides that safe space.
Wow, that's amazing. I love it. I love what you talk. I love what you share, what you bring out, and that brings me into just now you talk about you have teams not just locally but also internationally in Middle East, in Europe. So talk about diverse voices. Talk about perspectives that are heard, and that the perspective that any team that has. How do you get it across? How do you make sure that you create an inclusive environment that they feel empowered to share, to contribute?
I think it starts with the hiring process. We always hire local teams in local offices. So I think that's really important because that means that we have like different races, colors, skin colors, and cultures all in one. So we have, in a way, I think we get people to exchange ideas and cultural differences and understand each other more.
You know, having teams across the globe, you also encourage a lot of open communication, right? How does that look like for you?
I think, in a way, having this open communication is really good. In fact, people feel that their ideas, their voices are heard. And we actually have platforms where, because as a company, I think we encourage innovation. So it depends on actually who you work with, and I think our management team have always been supportive of new ideas, new processes, new ways of doing things. So if you ask me, I think this is a very innovative company, and they allow you to explore your creativity and explore your strength and actually share it with them, and you get your voices heard. Like, for instance, like when I started, we did not have social media. We did not
10
have,
years ago.
we did not have LinkedIn and all that. And suddenly, it came out that, that's like social media, Instagram.
Yeah.
So we are not the company that really just jumps into the new phase or the fad. We do give it a bit of time to assess, because we just don't jump in the bandwagon, right? So we do assess, like, hey, I think LinkedIn is pretty good. It's pretty good. So we started exploring LinkedIn. And then we started IG, and we said, oh, Instagram is quite okay as well to dabble into. So we are starting like slowly. And now I think for LinkedIn we have about 15,000 followers.
Nice.
So from zero.
Wow, and very organically.
It's organic.
Growing the numbers.
Yes, it's organic.
That is amazing. I love what you shared about taking the right time to go into a certain platform to showcase your business, to bring out the content.
Because you have to understand that we are not a B2C company. So B2B, I think the platform is limited because we are very niche.
Yeah.
So our target audience is like really niche. So to actually cast the net wide is probably wasteful. So we really need to use a sniper tactic, I would say, to actually reach our target audience.
Well, just now we have delved a little bit about Silverlake Axis. So can we look into Silverlake Axis as a brand? Because we know a brand is an amalgamation of a lot of things pertaining to the business, the brand positioning, the brand image, the brand culture, and many more. So could you share with us what is Silverlake Axis brand story?
I would say it's visionary leadership because from inception, Silverlake Axis has always been driven by a spirit of innovation, which is continuously evolving with current times. So I believe besides that, reliability and trust is also synonym to Silverlake Axis.
Wow.
Throughout our journey, we have built this reputation of reliability and trustworthiness among our customers, because our robust and scalable solutions have earned confidence for more than 35 years with leading banks and financial institutions globally. Therefore, I think I can safely say that we are the trusted partner in their digital transformation journey. And because of that, we are always we always have commitment to excellence. So in Silverlake Axis, we are founded by our 3 E's, which is expertise, experience, and execution. So we do that really well. Our unwavering commitment to excellence is dedicated to deliver the best for our customers. I would say, I can safely say this because changing your core banking, my chairman always says that it's like you're in mid-flight and you're changing the airplane engine. So we come in to change your engine on mid-flight. So it's very complex, it's very risky, and no matter what, our rate has always been a 100% successful track record. So I think that's pretty impressive.
It's very impressive.
And and also they say, oh, if you engage Silverlake Axis, it's just like a SWAN. You can the acronym of sleep well at night. So if you can have Silverlake Axis changing your engine in mid-air, you can still sleep well at night. I think that says a lot.
Yes,
That says a lot about us, yeah?
It does. Yes,
Yeah.
it does. And also, I want to congratulate you also for last year also in 2023, you won the BrandLaureate Digital and Technology Award in the category of Tech Titan for banking and financial applications. I think this sits very well with who you are as a company for 35 years of history and what you do, and just now what you shared about changing the engine mid-air that solidifies why you are the best in banking and financial applications. Yeah, to do so. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank you very much with this honor. I mean, yeah, but I think it's not just one person. I think we need to acknowledge the company as a whole, from the management to the working level on the field. Everyone works really hard towards a common goal. I think that's really important.
Yes. Wow. I love that. I love when you say that. My heart just felt like, wow, a lot of happiness, a lot of gratitude that fills
Yes.
me to know that there are, so many people working together to make sure the flight continues.
Exactly.
And
And synchronize and
Yeah.
alignment, everything
Wow.
is just amazing. And I think you can't do it alone. It's always teamwork. Together we can accomplish so much more.
I do agree. I love what you said. Yeah, because if we want to run alone, we can
Yes.
walk only this far, right?
Exactly,
If you want to go very
exactly.
far, we have to go together.
Because there's just so many moving parts to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's true. Wow.
I mean, a simple thing like event management and all that. It's just so many moving parts. Can you imagine, like, in mid-flight, changing your engine? Well,
What are the new initiatives that our listeners can look forward to from Silverlake Axis?
I think by now everyone knows that AI is the in thing now. So yeah, we do have AI incorporated in our banking suites. The integration of AI technology into our solutions will streamline document scanning, pinpoint potential discrepancies that may affect document authenticity, and it extracts valuable insights from the captured data to facilitate loan processing. Additionally, it also facilitates, captures like really essential information, expediting the loan processing efforts. And this collaboration will actually accelerate SME loan processing. It expedites loan processing suites by 20 times faster because it diminishes the risk of fraudulent activities by up to 90%.
Wow.
So we consistently raise the bar by refining and upgrading its technology to guarantee our customers receive nothing short of excellence.
That is amazing. I love what you say, that your customers receive nothing short of excellence. Yeah, so that brings us to our last question, Miss Sara. We always ask our guests what is your key to success in branding?
I think at the heart of Silverlake Axis, it's always been about our customers, really, because our customer success is actually our success. So for 30 years, we have been doing implementations and all that, 100% track record, and our solution is proven. We are living proof that it works. Whatever it is, you can newcomers can come into the market and all that, but we are like trusted, proven, and our customers know that. By understanding our customer goals, we are able to customize our solutions according to their goals and their needs. So each customer is different. So we will actually customize each solution for each unique customer because we understand that each customer is unique.
And do you have a quote that you live by? Do you have any quote that you live by?
Me? I would say just keep growing, keep learning, just every day, just be better than you were yesterday. I mean, it doesn't need to be like a big thing. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledge that, you know, you're better. Try to be better than yesterday. It's good enough. Yeah?
Wow, very lovely to have you, Miss Sara. Very happy to have you. Thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you for
us.
having me.
Thank you so much. All right, so here it is from our lovely guest, Miss Sara, Head of PR Marketing and Communication of Silverlake Axis, Malaysia.
This podcast is brought to you by the BrandLaureate. Please give us a 5-star rating and stay tuned for more episodes on brand stories and insights.